Toxic workplace behaviour is not acceptable. In the workplace, have you ever been devalued, disrespected, bullied, harassed, micromanaged, gaslit, maybe put on a performance improvement plan, which you shouldn't have been, but they're trying to manage you out the company because maybe you threatened one of the managers and you could take over their job role? I don't know. This is just some of the problems that happen in the workplace. However, all of these problems have one solution, which I'm going to reveal in this video. So if you've been through or going through any of these issues, I do actually have the solution for you to overcome all of this so you never have to deal with any of the toxic behaviours and mistreatment in the workplace. But I'm going to start by asking you one question so that we can put things into perspective. If you were outside of work and you were walking around a park with your family, for example, and you got into a debate or a heated argument with someone, and then they started shouting at you because you had a difference of an opinion, and perhaps they even pushed you in front of your family, what would you do? Would you stand up for yourself? Would you have a backbone? Would you actually stick up for you and your family and voice your opinion and thoughts if you disagreed or whatever was happening? Or would you be submissive and just put up with it in front of your family and just sort of shuffle along and not say anything and sort of cower off? I hope you would stick up for yourself and have a backbone. So I have to ask you, why don't you do that in the 9 to 5? Why are you bullied? Why are you harassed? Why are you okay with being micromanaged? Why do you put up with it? Well, both you and I know the reason, don't we? Which we're going to get into. But before we get into the answer and the reason and the solution, I want to read out some of the common questions that I'm always asked across all of my social media platforms. And they are, Aaron, how to deal with a micromanager? Aaron, how to deal with a bully? Aaron, how to deal with a toxic coworker? Aaron, how to deal with a job that's making me ill? Aaron, how to deal with a job that's affecting my home life and relationship? Do you know the big problem with all of that? I get asked these all the time, by the way. Hundreds of times every week. I get DMs, long emails, comments, you name it, on my live streams. Any way anyone can contact me, I have all of these every single week. And I always think the same thing. There's one solution, which these people clearly aren't doing or haven't done, but I have a real problem with the first part, how to deal with it. You don't deal with it. Why have we become programmed to say, how do I deal with it? How do I just put up with it? How do I just get through and just sort of keep my head down and deal with it? You don't deal with it. You're a human being. You deserve respect, compassion, empathy, fairness, value. Let me remind you, you are exchanging the most precious commodity, the asset that is so precious to us, which is time. You never get it back. You're giving that to an employer. So, my gosh, you should not be accepting disrespect, being devalued and spoken down to for something that you are giving away so freely. You're not paid accordingly for the time that you're, because how do you put a price on your time? You're on this earth once. It should be spent, making memories and exploring and adventure with your family. And ideally, that in an ideal world, you should want to spend every day with your family and really treasure the moments. But, some people have to go to work. If you haven't built a business, you have to go to a job to pay your bills. But don't be willing to suffer and fall back on how do I deal with it? So this is going to come to the part now where I have to put all the responsibility on you, because this is the solution to all of these problems. But you need to own up to this and just face it and pour the vinegar on the wound, because this is going to hurt for some of you. Do you know the reason why some of you are being bullied, harassed, disrespected, micromanaged, gaslit, whatever? The list is endless. Do you know why? You got no money in the bank. I know that hurts and that's pretty brutal, but it's the truth. I wasn't bullied, I wasn't harassed in my 9 to 5. Why? Because I've been saving, I've been investing, I've never kept up with the Joneses, I haven't spent more than I was earning, I haven't lived above my means, we have not lived a lavish lifestyle, we haven't financed cars, we didn't have a big mortgage, I've saved and invested. So if you've been working for 5, 10, 15 years and you're being bullied and you're asking yourself the question, how do I get through this? How do I overcome it? How do I deal with it? What have you done with your money? Because if you have FU money in the bank, you don't stand there and be spoken to like an idiot. You're not harassed. You're not pulled into a meeting to be micromanaged by a little graduate squirt manager if you've got money in the bank, because you're able to have a backbone, head up, chest proud, and say, no human being, you're not talking to me like that. Just because you've got a title and you're on £6,500 more than me does not give you the right to talk down to me. Now show some respect when you talk to me. I'm going to show you respect. Give it back. You have power. You have your self-esteem, you have confidence, you hold yourself correctly, you have control of your emotions, you are proactive, not reactive. Why? Because you are confident with your finances. So where has your money gone? As soon as you get your money right and you become independent, with your own finances, you are not dependent on the wage. Wage slavery. I'm going to do a whole nother video on that soon to come. You are too fearful of losing your job. And I want to give you some examples of what I've actually witnessed firsthand. And I've done some short form content on this, which blew up because so many people resonated. I was in a regional meeting once, and in the meeting where there was this like little speaker box, my site manager was hosting this call, and then the area manager, wherever he was on the other end. Metrics and numbers weren't so great. He started shouting at the manager. Our site manager was instantly submissive, and the shouting got worse, and I was almost in disbelief what was happening in front of my eyes. This manager, the site manager, after being bombarded with the shouting and what he hadn't done and all the problems, then actually went into tears. The area manager couldn't see it, but he went into tears. The call ended, and I just wanted this guy to say, "Enough, do not talk to me like that. You shall not talk to me like that. I am ending this call." And he just put up with it. And I just sat there. And as a man myself, I was thinking, where has your backbone gone? You know, where has the self-respect gone? He was totally broken, and there was, apparently this kind of stuff had been going on for a while, hence the breakdown of tears, but it was the first time I witnessed it in front of me. But apparently this had been going on for a while. Now really, this is just a big reflection of his finances. No man in his right mind who is got his together with his money would ever put up with that. But maybe he's living above his means. Maybe his wife has financed the big Range Rover. Maybe they've got the big house with the big mortgage, because that's what society and the consumer debt has forced him to do. Not forced him to do, but they've fallen into, keeping up with the Joneses. But we all know the Joneses are broke. Life is about time freedom. It's not about how much money you earn. It's about escaping the system which was designed to keep you trapped. And then a salary, and I know this is going off slightly, but a salary is designed to make you spend to the penny and the pound that you're paid, because then you become financially dependent on the job, which means now you're willing to brown nose, backstab, become untrustworthy. You're fearful. You're at the mercy. You are dependent on the job. You need your job. It's a very dangerous place to be in. Generate your own cash flow. Now, self-mastery is something I want to talk about, because there is a case study which I have spoken about in my last couple of videos about working hard is a scam, used and abused, and hard workers are dum-dums, right? And Joe, can you just pop 2 thumbnails up either side of my face? You should go check out these videos. It talks about how hard work truly is a lie and a scam, and you will be used and abused. Worth checking those videos out. But a guy I refer to in my old job called Steve, he was not in the greatest of financial positions, but he openly talked about this with everyone. And I used to be scratching my head thinking, dude, you have no idea of the grave you are digging yourself. Because as soon as people find out that you are in a vulnerable financial situation, you only need one toxic, narcissistic, pompous bigot of a manager that loves to crack the whip, and they have the puppet strings. Well, you're going to need to do overtime this weekend, Steve. Yeah, okay, yeah. Because look, you know, you said you need the extra money, and you know, we need people on board to put in the extra work, so we're going to need you to do it. Steve, I'm going to need you to stay a little bit longer on the next couple of shifts. You know, if you want to, you know, because we're going through a company restructure in the next couple of months, you know that. And obviously, if you want me to put in a good word for you, I need you to take on these extra tasks, Steve. He knows you're in a bad financial situation. He knows you are behind on your mortgage payments, and now he's leveraging that against you. Self-mastery. This is why, again, I talk about don't get too close to don't get too close to co-workers, and also have boundaries. People don't need to know the ins and outs of your life, and they certainly do not need to know anything about your financial situation. And then you can avoid the toxic behaviours that come with jobs and all the office politics. Now, the danger of you getting attached to job titles is also why you suffer in putting up with all these different problems in the workplace. And what I mean by that is, as a society right now, everyone is so obsessed with having a title. I'm regional manager, I'm general manager, I'm supervisor, I am assistant executive liaison officer of blah, blah, blah. Everyone loves a title. So what happens is you get used to the title, you get used to the salary, you spend your salary, so you live your life to that wage, and now you dread ever at the thought of having to go stack shelves. because you have been given a fancy title. But now with a fancy title, you've climbed the corporate ladder, which is going into a very acute angle, I might add, like a pyramid. People are fighting for that job. You're in a high pressured situation now. So your mental health is going to take its toll, and you're likely to be more susceptible to all of the workplace problems because you're climbing up and you're going into this very tight acute angle. But you're becoming obsessed with the title. In order to avoid all of these workplace problems, if you haven't got a rainy day fund and your finances aren't great, well, the immediate solution is to be willing to pivot and adapt and look for happiness, peace and contentment. Job hop. If you are a general manager right now earning 40,000, reduce your living expenses so that you have the ability to say, no one's disrespecting me anymore, I'm out of here, and that you go get yourself a little shelf stacking job in Sainsbury's or Tesco's or wherever. Because you're willing to do that for your mental health, because ultimately the only people that matter are you and your family. It's not about being obsessed with a job title. Who are you trying to flex? The biggest flex in life is time. You know, call me what you want. YouTuber, business owner, entrepreneur, creator. It means nothing. I'm just Aaron. I'm just someone who loves what I do, and I have the blessing of time freedom and doing whatever I want every single day without the office politic dramas and the toxic behaviours and the boundary breaking. Because I was not bothered about the amount of money that I make. I was bothered about having time and living life on my terms and designing it, which, as you know, I encourage all of you to do. So I hope this has kind of woken some of you up and just gone over a lot of these important points of it's not acceptable. A manager is a human being. If you're a cleaner and you're walking through the hallway and the general manager doesn't even look at you, that's not okay. Let me just finish on this last point. In my last job, when a big individual who was on a high pay packet and had a big fancy role used to come down to my site, all the managers and the supervisors used to go, oh my God, we got a big person coming down there. They're executive, whatever. We need to clean up. We need to get everything ready, get everything tidy. Everyone in the office, blah, blah, blah. Everyone, make sure you're ready and all your stations are looking clean and they're going to be walking around. And I used to find it embarrassing. I used to say to myself, so hang on a minute. I used to say to a friend who I used to work with, Lee, at the time, we were in a small team. And I said to Lee, hang on a minute. Is everyone running around like headless chickens because another human being is coming on site? And he used to go, yeah, it's mad, isn't it? Okay, and then we're all meant to go to a meeting like we're in awe of this human being that's on a fancy title and a pay packet of like 90 grand a year. I mean, only 90 grand a year, right? So a human being who bleeds the same and is no different is coming to our site and we're all running around like the Queen is arriving, or most recently the King. Yeah, I'm not being a part of that. I'm not blowing anyone's trumpet, or I'm not bolstering up anyone's ego here, and I'm not doing it, fanning them with palm leaves. I'm not being a part of that. I never was. I'm too authentic. I'm too real. I can't be involved in this drama and the politics and the narcissistic, toxic behaviour of some of these individuals, and you shouldn't accept it either. Have boundaries, have a backbone, but most importantly, the solution to all of these problems in the workplace that you might be facing, get your money right. Save, invest, live on less, invest the rest. Never keep up with the Joneses because the Joneses are broke. And if you're trying to build your own business, perhaps on the side, you can check out my full course tutorial, which will help you quit a job and build your online business, which will replace your salary. Until next time, my good people, let me know in the comments what you've been through. Do you agree? Do you disagree? I want to hear from you. But until then, please do hit like and subscribe. Peace out.